turned TV icons, jazz legends, and Russia's first elected black official. Sounds shocking, right? Let's count down the 8 richest black families that made it big in Russia. And trust me, the family at number 1 will absolutely floor you. Number 8, the Khan family.
Now, I will say this. I didn't really know that Russia had blacks. I feel like Russia is a cool place, but I just didn't know they had black like that. And the fact that there's wealthy black people, I had to check this video out. So let's look at it.
Family. Let's kick things off with a certified trailblazer who made Russian television say things it had never said before, and did it with style. Born in 1962 in Moscow to Abdullah Hanga, a Zanzibari politician, and Lily Golden, an Afro-American sociologist, Elena Khan grew up straddling African and Soviet cultures in ways most people can't even imagine. Her maternal lineage alone is fascinating. Lily Golden was politically active and intellectually sharp, instilling in Elena a sense that she could operate in any space. After earning a journalism degree from Moscow State University in 1984, Elena worked for the Moscow News and became the first Soviet journalist sent on an American exchange.
Okay, so black woman on news channel, that's pretty cool, but that seems pretty old. Let's see if we can find some people current. I don't know.
Was in the media world, our next family proved you don't always need a TV camera to change hearts and minds. Number 7, the Sagbo family. Jean Gregoire Sagbo, or let's just call him Jean, did something in 2010 that sounds impossible. He became Russia's first elected black official. Not appointed or symbolic, but actually elected by regular Russian voters in a small town. And the path to reach there? It's wild. Born in 1959 in Cotonou, Jean came to the USSR in 1982 to study economics in Moscow. Standard Cold War
So he been there a little minute because that's at least 40 good years. So kudos to him, and he seems like he's African as well. These people, Africans make their home, I think, anywhere. Like they just don't want to be in Africa a lot of the times, and that's crazy because Africa, they say, is beautiful, but they will get up out of there real quick for some reason.
stuff. African students flooding Soviet universities for education. But John didn't do the standard thing. He married a local Russian woman, Svetlana, and settled in this tiny town called Novozavidovo
Svetlana, that's a cute little Russian name. Svetlana.
in Tver Oblast.
What kind of town is this? Novozavidovo, Itvor Oblast, and Tvervoblast. Oh, damn. I would hate to write that on a check or address book.
About 2 hours northwest of Moscow. But here's the kicker. Gene didn't campaign for office at all. He didn't hire consultants or run attack ads. He just planted flowers, cleaned streets, fixed up derelict lots, and turned them into parks. Did volunteer work for years while working as a real estate agent to pay bills. The town council seat was unpaid, so this wasn't some power grab but genuine community service. And in 2010, the villagers looked around and said, you know what? That guy who's been making
It's unpaid. Well, who want that? God damn. I thought he was getting paid and stuff. No wonder he got it. Shit, nobody else was gonna take it. Let me stop. Kudos to him.
our town nicer for years? Let's elect him. Boom. History made. Media went absolute
Yeah, 'cause he definitely don't sound like he a Russian type, but hey, who knows?
performances in both classical and modern plays. A state prize isn't some participation trophy. It's the government saying, you're legitimately excellent at this. He became a TV and film star with roles in popular films like Dead Man's Bluff and The Geographer Drank His Globe Away, plus the hit series Cunha, where he played hotel manager Gabriel Selassie. He also hosted NTV's Ice Age, showing his range beyond acting. In 2006, he was named honored
He's like Muhammad Ali or somebody I know.
artist of Russia, another major recognition. And here's what's cool
So you mean they didn't have black people in Russia since the 80s? Dang, that's a long time.
Grigory managed to be successful without being pigeonholed into the black guy roles. He played complex, varied characters across genres. He married ballet dancer Tatiana Syatvinda in 2006. So, yes, power couple energy. And they have no children. He lives in Moscow, his base for theater and film work, and also teaches acting, passing on his craft to young.
He does look African as well, whether he is or not. He does look that. I usually can tell, but hey, he could.
In a country still figuring out its relationship with diversity, it's revolutionary. Now, sports and TV fame are impressive, sure. But the next family didn't just entertain Russia, they gave it a voice it didn't even know it was missing. Number 4. The Pierre-Marie family. Victoria. Pierre-Marie is what happens when Cameroon meets Moscow and produces the Russian press
Cameroon. Okay.
genuinely called the granddaughter
They ain't scared of nothing. They said, forget the U.S., baby. I'll go to Russia. What you talking about?
of Ella Fitzgerald. And honestly, that's not even hype. Born in 1979 to a Cameroonian gynecological surgeon father and a Russian medical doctor mother, who happened to be the daughter of a noted painter, Victoria came from intellectual royalty. But here's the gut punch. She lost both parents in childhood. Sources vary on the details, but most reports suggest she ended up in an orphanage, which makes everything that follows even more remarkable. Instead of letting that break her, Victoria threw herself into music with an intensity that borders on obsessive. She mastered the tuba first. Yes, the tuba, not exactly the sexiest jazz instrument, before pivoting to vocals at the Gnesin School and Moscow Institute of
So apparently, Russians are out here marrying Africans, marrying black people, and welcoming them into their country. But you say they hate America. Go figure. Or no, are they a threat to America? Yeah.
about that timeline for a second. This is Cold War Soviet Union we're talking about. Not exactly known for its diversity, but young Tito? He was on screen at age 5, following his father's footsteps into a world that simultaneously celebrated and tokenized him.
And not to be funny, I wonder what language Russians speak. I know it's supposed to speak Russian, but I be thinking everybody speak English. So if I put on a Russian movie, are they gonna be talking in a non-dialect language? So these people are over here speaking Russian with these people.
Here's where it gets interesting. Romaglio trained at the Vaganova Ballet Academy, one of the most prestigious ballet institutions on the planet. After his military service, because yes,
Vaganova. These names low key sound black.
Soviet life meant everyone served. He joined the Druzhba dance ensemble in the 1970s. But here's the kicker. He was almost always cast as the black character, essentially playing the same role his father had been pigeonholed into. It's like Hollywood typecasting. But with more fur hats and less subtlety. By the 1990s and 2000s, Romaglio had pivoted to teaching dance and co-founded a children's theater called Globus. He was building something real, something lasting. He married Elena, led college dance troupes, and was basically that cool teacher everyone remembers fondly. But in May 2010, everything shattered. Amalio was killed during a robbery attempt in St. Petersburg. Some punk tried to steal his cell phone and beat him so severely that he died. Investigators later suggested racial bias might have motivated the attack, which, yeah, that's the uncomfortable truth Russia still struggles with. The killer was convicted of murder, but it doesn't bring back a man who'd spent decades enriching Russian arts. The Romaglio
Oh,
family's
excuse
wealth
me.
wasn't measured in rubles since Tito was a working artist instead of an oligarch. But their cultural currency? It's immeasurable. They helped normalize Afro-Russian faces in Soviet and Russian performance art for over half a century. Even when the system
I just think this thing wasn't even recording, y'all, which would be crazy. But basically, I'm trying to figure out what's rich about these people, and I was just saying that they basically don't seem that rich besides being actors. Let me find out that these actors are making six figures or something, or they're getting rich for just marrying Russian women. And I said, apparently, these Russian over here liking these African men, liking these black men, and that's something I didn't know. And this dude just got robbed about a cell phone. So could they be poor over there in Russia? Like, I cannot get to understanding of why they're saying the richest black families. Do y'all get it? But they're also not telling the income. So I don't really know how rich these people are. So I think I have ran into a fraud video. Maybe it was just for clickbait, because the first guy that I looked at, they said he was working in the office and wasn't getting paid. So how rich and wealthy is he supposed to be, and he's not getting paid? So I'm so confused. The title says this is the richest black family in Russia. What? And y'all probably didn't hear the rest of the stuff I was saying, so that's crazy.
wanted them in very specific boxes.
So now I'm upset because I'm not supposed to do this video again, but apparently they're letting black people in Russia, and not just any black people. Allegedly, a lot of them are African uh, men and women, and have ties to Africa. And I'm sure some of them may be black over there, but a lot of them have been there since the 80s and 90s, and so that's like 30, 40 years. So apparently Russia accepts black people so well that they put them in movies, and they may be paying them well and people don't know. I don't know, because maybe this is clickbait, but I clicked on this video for the sheer fact that it said that black people are in Russia getting bank. And I was surprised that they were in Russia at all, but let alone the bank. But after watching a majority of this video, then realizing that I wasn't making a sound for real, I low key didn't even know that my volume wasn't on of me talking. But out throughout listening to the video and commenting throughout the video, despite the fact that you probably didn't hear half the stuff I was saying, They said no prices, no fees, and that one of these people wasn't even getting paid. So I think I may have clicked on this video for nothing. And at this point, I'm over it. So y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that down below. Have a great one.